In this lesson about BONSAI BIM, we're going to continue with the basics and getting started here using BONSAI BIM, which is pretty complex and it needs some certain steps at the beginning here to understand. We need to understand some basics really carefully. So this is the standard Blender file right here, and we already installed it, and we can see the building information modeling interface. And if we go up here to file, we're going to start with some basic operation like opening, saving, and creating new projects especially. So up here you can see we can create a new IFC project, which means BIM project or building information modeling. And we can start with metric or imperial, or we can also use some help like template and demo. So I'm going to show you all the different possibilities here. If you're going to go with the wizard, well, the wizard is also accessible directly in the properties panel on the right. It's usually right there. And you can pick one of these IFC schemes like IFC 4 or IFC 4 times 3. You can pick a unit system. You can pick a unit system for length, for area, for volume, and you can also use a template or not. Now, of course, the best option probably is to use a template, and you can click here also to create the project. And you can see that we are now populating the outliner with a bunch of layers, we can call them, or let's say classes or categories. And we have a lot of, let's say, null objects in here that will not be visualized. But only here we have few objects that just gonna get us started. Is gonna help us to understand how this will work. But essentially it's just a matter of organization management of all the assets and stuff that we're going to put in our project. And also here in the right side we have project info, and we have other panels we can expand or compact, and we're going to learn them a little bit step by step, video by video. Now the initial part here is the project info, and then we have also this initial spatial decomposition or spatial analysis or information, where we have this kind of a tree branch hierarchy or pyramid hierarchy. So we have, we can see how our project is organized and distributed. And then here we have other panels for the object. So if I click on an object with the inspect tool on the toolbar, it's going to tell me information about that object. You can see now I am in the inspect tool, or well, yeah, I can go here and see all the parameters. Well, in the end, the building information modeling is based on data which is stored on that properties panel in the various panels. And here we have a door, we have a window, we have a little bunny, which it's furniture, let's say, or some thing that we can put in our project. Now here we can also create or open or save. So here what I'm going to do is save this IFC file. So I'm going to call it like lesson 00 or something. So I can create a new, I can save, and I can open both EFC files and Blender files. Now I'm going to exit to show you that this is the file how it's going to look like. It's not going to be a Blender file. It's IFC file. And then I have the Blender file. So these two are separated. Don't mistake, because if you only save Blender file, you're not saving the BIM information. You're not saving the IFC. So you need to do both. For example, here, if this is my lesson 2, I need to save it as a Blender file and also as a IFC file. So let's do something else. I'm going to create a new IFC project, and I can open one. So if I want to open one, I have an existing one right here that I can open. And also when I open here, I have some options. I can go into advanced mode, which is going to give me more possibilities, but also it's more complex. And I can also update to IFC 4 times 3, which is more recent, more updated version of IFC. And now I can open it. Now there's nothing in here, but we're going to start putting stuff later on. So I can start with a new blank project. I can start with a demo, and this is going to bring me on the demo template right away. And again, the demo template is basically just a series of collection organized preset for you. So it's gonna save you a bit of time in creating this yourself. And you can see that inside this collection, you mainly have null objects, which are represented by this like icon right there. So you can also, if you want, reorganize, create your organization. You can right click and also give different colors to this. And well, this is basic Blender stuff. And if you're not familiar with Blender, you can check the Blender video course if you want to know more. I'm just going to go here and see the things that are interesting for the building information modeling. So this is, well, pretty interesting, really important to be able to use the outliner panel. And you can see we only have 3 geometries here, which are represented by the little triangle. So I only have a window here, and I have a door, and I have this little bunny. So I can turn them on and off visually in the viewport by using the outliner. I can turn them on and off in the render using the little camera icon, and I can move around the scene. By the way, this is the standard navigation in Blender, so I'm gonna quickly also recap that. But anyway, the outliner is definitely important because it will let you manage in terms of visualization here and in terms of organization and management all the different objects that you will import, create, and etc., etc. That will in the end create your project. So right now everything is empty, but later on we will fill these up with stuff. So this folder here is called IFC type product. So you can see you have like walls and beams and columns and stuff like that. And then you have your story, and then you have your building, and then you have your site. So it's again a tree structure. Now I'm going to open up the screencast keys here in my add-on. By the way, the sidebar will open up pressing the N key of the keyboard, and that's also an important part of Blender in case you don't know. And then you can zoom with the scroll wheel. You can press the scroll wheel to do the pan, and you can hold the scroll wheel and the shift to orbit. Or you can use the buttons on the top right of the viewport, but this is, well, a little bit slower because every time you need to go up there, you can click on the ball there, click and drag to orbit, or you can click directly on there to change the view, and you can change the orthographic view and the perspective. And you can also use cameras, but right now we don't have cameras. So I'm going to continue here. I can use move, rotate. I can use, well, I cannot use scale because these are locked. These are properties of that object that you need to address in another fashion, in another way. And that's characteristic of building information modeling. Also, like in Revit, you cannot just scale things. You need to redefine them using the data and the parameters. And then, of course, you have the tools here of the BIM. So you have, for example, wall tool, and this will help you create your wall. But be careful because here is not just going there and creating stuff. You need to define them, and then you need to add. And then once it's added, you can see the parameters that comes with that object. So it's not is never only the geometry, but it's also the geometry here. If I go in the object information, it's going to come with some editing and some parameters and some information. Go to the explore tool, or I call that inspect or explore, but that's going to show you the object that you are selecting in terms of building information modeling, not just selecting the object like usual Blender. But again, we're gonna go into deep later on. This is just we are still in an introductory phase where we want to know, the basic, the overall functions, how it works. You can see here, for example, we have an extra bar now that is related to the building information modeling. And we also have another type of navigation, which is walk mode. So if you hold the shift key and you press W, you will enter what is called a first person movement. So it's like video games when you move it around. And you can use the A to move left, the S to move back, the D to move right, and the W to move forward. So it's WASD movement is like first person, so you can navigate, explore, investigate, inspect your model once it's finished. Right now, it's not even like an architecture, it's just a bunch of objects put there. But again, this is just to start, just to get you going and showing you really the basics of this Bonsai Beam application. Now, I'm gonna go to File, and I'm gonna save this. And so before you exit Blender, make sure you save both the Blender file and the IFC, but especially remember to save the IFC project, because that's the one containing the information about the BIM, or building information modeling. Okay, so be careful to save it. Be careful not to override any other file if you don't want to like update a specific file. And once you're finished with that, you can just close up and, go away and then come back the next day. So creating new objects, opening new objects, I can restart Blender like this. And every time it's going to show me the first 3 objects here, which I don't really need. I can delete them manually, or they will be deleted in the moment that I will create a new project, a new IFC project. So if I go here and start with a new project, let's say I'm going to go new metric project, you can see I don't have all that stuff that I had before here on the outliner. I only have few collections here, which represent the first spatial tree or tree structure or pyramid structure, which contains, again, we can see it here in the properties, it contains the project, which is the the bigger container, and then you have the site within the project, and then the building within the site, and then the stories within the building. And it goes like this, because usually, well, not every time, but you could create multi-story buildings and so on. So let's continue here, and we see here that we have other information, and they are divided into categories. So you have like project, object, and then materials, and schemes, costing, scheduling, and so on. And you also can go to the Blender properties. So these are the Blender properties of the scene. As we saw, this is just part of the properties panel in Blender. It's just compact so that we don't see everything. So it's specific for the BIM. And what else? Let's go to File. Now it is suggested that creating like a new file totally. So to do this, it's suggested that we start a fresh new instance of Blender. So you may want to close Blender, and if you want to create a new file, and just reopen it. And again, you can delete these initial things that you find always in Blender yourself, or they're going to be automatically deleted once you create a new project. So you can go on the properties panel to create a new project. You can go from here. You can pick a demo file, or you can go with a blank project here. So let's go with a blank project and create a project. And you can see everything is gone into the scene. But then we start to see the first stuff again in the outliner panel and in the properties panel. And if you use template instead, you have all those collections and null groups, null objects, which will work as groups. Now here also in the project info, we can put some basic stuff. Now the first thing it's going to tell us is this hasn't been saved. So it says that the file is not found and the file is not saved. So that's, kind of alarm telling you that you need to save it. So again, these are two different things. One thing is Blender, so you save like the settings that you do in Blender. For example, if you set up some layouts or some views or etc., etc. And here, let's do something here for this. So let's save the IFC project. So that's the part concerning the BIM. So I'm gonna save it, and I can overwrite something that I've already done. Now, once it's saved, we should see the here that it's something should change. So let me do it again. So save, and I'm just gonna save it here like this, and now you can see that this is lesson 02, and I can then say check or delete the information, and so you can press OK, or you can go back with a pencil and see, or you can also click and see where the file is coming from, where it's linked to the IFC file. And so I can create a new project again, start setting up this stuff before, and also we can set some of this stuff later on. So like changing the some of the settings. But let's create it. Okay, some of these will be available after also. So if you click on the little pencil, also here you can put the author email, the organization email, the authorizer of the file, etc., etc. So you can fill up the first information, and this is just going to be part of what is going to be your overall database for the project. So remember, every time you want to restart with a new project, you can restart Blender, and once you restart it, you can create a new IFC BIM project, or you can just open an existing one, and that's the real important one, the IFC. And these are the recent. You can also clear the recent IFC projects, or you can just reopen them, and you can continue then where you left off. So doesn't really matter the Blender file, but it matters the IFC file in terms of the IFC work that we're gonna do. So you can open other recent files here, and you can also open it by enabling and before enabling the advanced mode. So you can open it with the open, not with the recent. And here, if you activate that, also here you can upgrade to IFC 4x3 anytime. And again, enable advanced mode. Now in the advanced mode, you have extra stuff here, and you have some filters and let's say other things you can do. And this is in the decomposition, you can see some of these stuff. You can turn it on and on, you can load, and then you can start. So there is like a previous passage of what we have seen so far. So it's a more advanced step that you may want to consider perhaps when you are a little bit more expert. And you can go back, Control Z. Here we can also filter for the IFC types, and you can preset some of the stuff here that you're gonna find usually then when you create the demo template and things like that. But anyway, this I think this will be good enough for this second lesson about BONSAI BIM or Blender BIM. And if you liked it, if you're interested, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated. And also, if you want to support us, please join the channel as a supporter. And check our other video courses in BIM, Building Information Modeling, like Revit ArchiCAD that we have in the channel. And go and see also our other video guides and everything that we find in the channel. So thanks, and see you in the next.